Yeah. So, all right. So, welcome back to the Famcast. I know y'all missed us. We got a special guest.
Ooh.
Not really special. I just say that. Well, he's special in a lot of different ways. He's one of the old guard. A lot of millennials right now, you know, are in tune with themselves.
Yes. We're woke. That's
woke.
The correct terminology. We're
Q
woke.
is not. That's why we have him. He is still asleep. I'm pretty sure his favorite producer is still Harvey Weinstein.
Oh my God. This is the beginning.
If I had to describe Q in one word, it would be left wing. I mean, right wing. It'd be right wing.
You guys are insane. You guys are insane.
It'd be red. It'd
Absolutely
be conservative.
Not.
If he could fuel his car by just throwing coal into his gas tank, he would do that.
When Bernie Sanders was out of the running, Q was like, yes.
Yeah.
Q just got a half chub and just put his Trump pants on, bought a Trumpy bear on the infomercial, and just rode his Harley Davidson through America.
Q doesn't just stand for the national anthem. He damn near does burpees.
Go CrossFit. Go CrossFit. I love this.
Alright, but
I was liking that. We could have kept going. I could have done a whole podcast. I'm just back and forth.
I'm happy that that stopped. I'm happy. For those people,
overly sensitive.
For those people who are listening, per usual, when I am on the show, I always bring a camera to make sure people get to view this on my end. So I do appreciate you guys having me on for the third, fourth, fifth, however many times. I always love coming on the goddamn Famcast.
You'll be doing things you don't like doing in order to go on living, that is, to go on doing things you don't like doing, which is stupid. Better to have a short life that is full of what you like doing than a long life spent in a miserable way.
Hey! A lot of people don't like you. That's why we like you.
Last season, aka season 1, you were the least listened to episode.
Oh, Jesus!
Or like, I don't like that guy, and you know what? I like you even more.
Exactly. We brought you back for that reason.
Thank you.
Because,
I appreciate it.
Because at the end of the day, right? Q's got takes.
Q's got takes.
Q has takes.
And hot, cold, whatever they are.
Oh no, people think they're hot.
I'm all about the hot takes.
Whether or not they like them, that's a whole different story. But they're definitely.
We're not in the liking business.
No.
But please subscribe. And leave 5 stars in the comment.
Oh,
Thank
yes.
you.
Yeah.
Alright, so what we got first on the list? What are we talking about first?
Well, honestly, I don't know how much we touched upon this last time Q was on, but I really want to dive into what you do, because you're a prolific media content producer.
Yes.
Whether or not, you're just putting stuff out constantly.
Constantly.
Whether or not the people around you are into it or not. Yeah, you are putting it out.
He would live stream his sleep if he could.
The fact is, I would if I thought it would get me any views at all. So like the way I go about this, and I have to give this up to, I don't know if you guys know Gary Vaynerchuck, but Gary V. I'm all about like his way of like running this social media stuff, right? I am 1,000% on speed.
Yo, Gary V. He's just too inspirational for me.
I really don't like Gary V.
You don't like him?
Not
that's
at all.
crazy. This is the
when you're taking your shits now, take them later and before at the same time. Value added shits over replacement, guys. You gotta have a goal in mind.
Fuck social media, like my post.
No. So I love that you guys said that, because like this, you guys are literally the first people that are doing like this, putting stuff out that actually don't like Gary Vee. What's the actual why? Why
he just rubs me the wrong way.
How so? Like, what does that mean?
I don't like anyone who just says that their way to do things is the best way to do things, and he just is so preachy. Like, he's super. Can we agree that he's kind of preachy?
I mean, that's like his, that's his thing. Like, he's like a motivational entrepreneur. Like, he's motivating.
But should he be running a company?
He is running a company.
Yeah. Here's the thing. I respect Gary Vee. I think that he's very successful, obviously.
Yes.
I think that he's found a way to be in the spotlight doing something that many people just do as their job.
Of course.
But he's found a way to do it and then be in the spotlight and become even more successful by doing that. Props to him for that. I just don't want to listen to what he has to tell me about how I should be doing it. I'm going to do it my way. And I guess that makes me more similar to Gary Vee than, like, I don't like him for the reasons that I want to be like him. I want to do it my fucking way. I don't want to listen to what he has to say about it. You know what I mean? I don't know.
And you're just a hater.
I'm just a hater. Good old-fashioned, American-made,
hater.
Built for tough hater.
But so back to the point. I just believe in just speed, right? I want quality, but my definition of quality is good enough. Like, because seriously, like the editing, the posting, like the creative, that's not my MO. My MO is talking in front of the camera.
The Tyler Perry effect, just get it out there.
So I want to put as much as me talking in front of the camera out as possible. If that means the quality is not at 100%.
What's your, like, underlying driving force for wanting to be in the public eye?
So that's I feel like I don't have like that big huge why yet, but I know like the why that I'm doing it right now is I'm a nurse. I'm a male nurse. I feel like male nurses and nurses don't get enough credit out there in the world.
Yeah.
And I just put out a whole shit ton of content on nursing news, everyday heroes, which I consider nurses to be everyday heroes. And those are kind of my stuff. And then I do little fun stuff, like I'll randomly post like an interview, like street interview question where I go out and just talk to random people, or Nurse Flicks where we talk about Game of Thrones.
But your driving force isn't just to raise awareness about nursing. That's not why you want to be doing this.
So nursing is like a huge part of it, right?
Yeah.
All the other stuff, like the Nurse Flicks, the Game of Thrones, the street interviews, those are extra. But the awareness for nursing, like putting nursing up on a higher pedestal than it is already, is probably the driving force.
And if you were to make it, would you want it to be? And I mean, make it. There's all different definitions of making it, right? But I guess first question would be, what is your definition of making it and doing what you're doing? And then second of all, if you were to make it, would you want it to be in producing content by nurses, for nurses, or however you want to frame that?
Yes.
Or would it be just being a YouTube star, and if the nursing thing can get you there, that's great, but like, what's start with what your definition of making it would be.
So my definition of making it would be being known, like like nursing schools know Q the nurse. When people go to nursing school, they're like, "Oh my goodness,
you want to be Q the nurse?"
I want to be Q the nurse. So
you want to be Dr. Oz.
Exactly. I would love to have a Dr. Oz.
So
or
if like some shit happens,
shit
happens in the news, CNN's like, "We're gonna get Q the nurse on a panel."
Of course,
right.
Of course.
And
That would be my definition of making it. If I become a YouTube star and the nursing thing doesn't come along, I'm gonna goddamn drag it along. So I'm gonna put that nursing thing in front of people's faces.
So it's gonna be in the suicide chorus going like, "Could have saved him. Could have saved him." Oh, Logan Paul was good.
No, so
I like that though. I like that goal of being a Dr. Oz type character in the universe. It makes more sense to me now.
Except
what you're doing.
You're not doctor, so you'd be like Mr. Q.
Yeah, it'd be Q the nurse.
Q the nurse. Exactly. That's actually a good name too.
And I have to say thank you to Tom, because the last time I came down here, we went to the football thing, right? And on the way back, and I swear to God, this is the day that I decided to switch my name. Before that day, I was Swadik Mayanja. And I would tell everyone, go find me on YouTube at Swadik Mayanja. Go find me on Instagram. And people were like, I don't know what the fuck that is. I'm not going to look you up. And since that day, Tom was like,
a Wakandan prince.
Tom was like, you gotta make your name simpler. Like you just.
I forgot that we had that conversation.
Yeah,
to be honest, but I do remember it now. You brought it up.
That week, I went home. Did a YouTube poll. 8 people voted. So the different ones were Q the nurse, the male nurse Q, or like nurse Q, and Q the nurse got like 7 out of the 8 votes, and I'm like, if that's it, that's it. Done.
Homegrown marketing right there.
Yeah, I like that. We should start doing polls. So that's the kind of stuff that I like that you do. You just put shit out there and get people's feedback, and you know how to do that side of the thing that I would like to be better at myself. So when you put up that poll, for example, where did you put it? How did you get feedback? Even though you only got 8 responses, it still told you that 7 out of, if you extrapolate that, the majority of people like that one.
Q the nurse better.
Right.
So I put it up on Facebook. I just made the poll on Facebook, on my Facebook page. Right?
Your personal one, or do you have one for your YouTube channel?
My YouTube channel, Facebook page.
Okay.
I took that post, shared it on my personal post.
Was
my
that one of the
personal
votes?
feed.
Was that one of the votes?
I don't remember, but I don't think so because you probably would have left an ignorant comment down below.
Yeah, my ignorant comments are classic.
Very much so. And then lastly, I went on my Snapchat and Instagram and just told people on my story, oh, go to my Facebook and tell me what my name should be.
Word.
Yeah.
Huh. So, along those same lines,
I think we got to take this way, way, way back. So, like, obviously you got this nice camera, you got all the lights.
yeah.
Like, what, before all this, what made you decide, like, I'm going to go and get into YouTube?
So in the beginning, it just made sense to me, right? Because I loved, when I was in like high school and school in general, I don't want to say being the center of attention,
That makes sense.
but I love talking and I love hearing myself talk. If that sounds ignorant, if that sounds selfish, egotistical, whatever the fuck it is, I don't care. That's what I enjoy. Like, I love having conversations with people.
There's nothing wrong with that, too. People make it out to be like that's a bad trait to have, but being...
I try to remove those people from my life.
No, people who like enjoy conversation and strive to be good at talking.
Yes.
There's people like that get really famous.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So,
Exactly. So.
I also remember you saying in the last podcast that you were really into and somewhat inspired by the Young Turks when they came out.
Oh yes.
So
yes.
was that really the kickoff?
So yeah. So.
Because you was a news network first.
I was a news
Imagine
network
news
first.
network.
That was
Accredited news network. If I remember
So
correctly.
Self-accredited.
It's indicative
Self-accredited.
back to my accredited days.
The Phoenix, University of Phoenix version of CNN, dude.
So this is
Trump University.
So literally before I got into nursing, like during nursing school, it was like I don't know if I'm going to become a nurse / enjoy being a nurse. So I'm like, I'm going to put news out there, right? I'm just going to put general, liberal, progressive news out there. And the Young Turks was a big, huge thing because they're independent, they're on YouTube, and they blew up. And I'm like, let me do that. Once I became a nurse, I was like, I love this too much. I love nursing too much. Like, I mean, I like telling people the news, but nursing is mine.
Nursing is the only news for me.
Exactly.
Word. Alright, so then once you pivoted over to primarily focusing on the news side of things.
You just bought a camera? Because I remember before you were using your webcam, right?
My cell phone, yes.
Your cell phone.
Exactly.
And when you make a video,
Yeah.
and obviously this one's a longer one, right? But when you make a short, one of your 5-10 minute videos and you put it together, what are the steps? Where is it going? How are you sharing it? How are you getting it out there? And what are your main streams of viewership?
Yes.
Where do you see the most success? What's going on there?
I love those questions because I've been having a hard time deciding because there's so many places to put stuff out these days. So when I was starting from this beginning, when I decided to buy the camera, it's just because I told you I want quality to be at a bare minimum for me to do just good enough. It wasn't good enough. So I decided I have to invest in a real good camera / getting videos on your iPhone. When you run out of storage, is the worst fucking thing in the world. That was a big thing for me. So decided to buy a camera. Once I do a recording on my mini clips, the number one goal is always YouTube. The reason because YouTube gives me the opportunity to put long form, short form, it doesn't matter the length of the video. I don't have to, I can do me and post it like raw on YouTube.
And YouTube doesn't seem to be a dying media platform either.
I think it's getting more and more popular.
Yeah, exactly.
I really hope it's not.
It's one of the ones that isn't fading. Snapchat's fading hard, fast.
Yeah, go on.
It's a dying star.
It really is. I
Well,
feel
all right, that's a little bit exaggerated.
No, but did you see? It was Kylie Jenner who posted something about do people even use Snapchat anymore? And their stock literally plummeted like a crazy percentage just because Kylie Jenner tweeted about it.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my god.
Like
You're someone who's just like a person who has no skills, and you're changing the stock market with one tweet.
And Snapchat fired, I think, like 2,000
Anyway, we got sidetracked.
Yes. So YouTube is my main focus. I post my long form, short form, all my videos on YouTube. Facebook is where I get the most views. That's just because I was able to hack Facebook, and marketing on Facebook is a fucking
hack
gold mine.
Facebook. You just saying you type stuff in.
No. I didn't hack Facebook. You just join groups that.
This motherfucker watched the Social Network once. I hacked it.
I just joined Facebook groups that pertain to the topic I'm talking about. So the majority of my Facebook groups are nursing groups, and each group has like 1,000 people, 10,000 people in it. I would post my video there, and that's literally 10,000 people that care about nursing that are looking down that stream and get to see my video. So I would post my video there. Every video I posted, each group would get at least 100, 200, 300 views, and I'd do that.
You get good feedback, bad feedback?
Great feedback.
What's the best feedback and what's the worst feedback you got?
Best feedback was, I absolutely love your thing. I'm going to go subscribe to your channel. Like, where else can I find you? I love that. And then they like...
From a random person?
From a random human being. Worst feedback...
What about a random chimpanzee? Did they ever...
Jesus. The worst feedback I've ever gotten was, I've been blocked from Facebook, so...
So that is pretty much the worst you can get.
I was reported, and they said, spam-like content.
Jesus.
So
remember that beginning when he was like, I prefer quantity over quality. Yeah, exactly. That's what gets you spam like content.
Very much.
So when you say you post videos on Facebook, though, really you're posting them on YouTube and then putting the link on Facebook, or are these Facebook videos?
Facebook videos, and the reason.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Do you try to get a Facebook TV show?
I do, but Facebook TV show you have to actually like be
Tom Brady.
Yeah, you have to be legit. Like you have to be someone before they even like look at you.
Right.
I put in my application, they haven't looked at it yet. Yeah, no, Facebook video. But the thing about Facebook videos is if you watch a lot of Facebook videos, if you're not super into the video, a lot of the times you'll just pass by a video. If it doesn't have subtitles that you can read, you just don't watch it. And I noticed myself doing that because if I'm not interested in the video, and if it doesn't have subtitles, I'm not going to waste my time in looking at it. So I have to do all the subtitles, and that takes for fucking ever. I hate doing subtitles because it's super tedious. So Facebook video is my second.
And there's nothing that does subtitles for you?
There's stuff that do subtitles for you, but it's literally like $5 a minute for each video, right? They'll like,
damn.
Yeah, you'll send your video to someone and they'll do it for $5 a minute.
I guess if you're making money from it, $5 a minute for 5-minute videos, $25. If you're making $100 a video, I guess it's not that bad.
It's not, but I'm not making jack shit.
Yeah.
It'd be like me paying for it, so I do it by myself.
So when do you hop on Instagram?
Instagram is my love, right? It's my favorite because like I get to squeeze like the best out of it.
See, this is why I like Q, because he's like a librarian for like technology, social media stuff. He just described Instagram like some old lady describes their favorite book that they curl up with on a cold winter's day.
I love Instagram because it's just I enjoy Instagram. You just get like it forces me to get the best content out of any video I make, and then I'll post it on Instagram, and it's that 1-minute clip. And I just hit 1,000 followers, which is a big deal for me. That happened I think 2-3 weeks ago.
That is big. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you, sir. But yeah, that 2 years ago, but I didn't start being serious about Instagram about probably 8 months ago.
You're good at making your videos have like banners and different content popping up around it.
What software do you use to do that? How did you learn that stuff?
Premiere Pro. It's taken me a really, really long time to learn how to do it. I'm definitely not perfect at it in any means of the stretch of the imagination, but it takes forever. That's the part what I hate, like the editing. Sorry, I hate the what's it called? The editing. But Premiere Pro does make it easier. The longer you use it, the more, you know.
Is it free?
No, you have to pay for it.
How much?
It's expensive. So you can either do the $20 a month for just Premiere Pro, or you can pay the $300 a year, and it's like the whole package. You get like Premiere Pro, After Effects, Photoshop. It's like a whole list of shit. That I decided to do that because it's easier to do the banners in After Effects and then just pop it into Premiere Pro.
And also $300 for a year, not terrible in the scheme of things.
It's not. I mean, the amount of time I spent on Premiere Pro, I definitely think it's worth it.
I mean, if you think about this kind of stuff in terms of entrepreneurial, like starting a small business, if you're considering what you're doing, like, what I'm saying is I think you should consider what you're doing, starting a small business, because eventually the goal is to monetize whatever it is you're putting up for content and then grow a following and do that. So these costs that we're talking about, like $300 a year or the cost to put subtitles on stuff, you know, there's costs to starting any business.
Of course.
So, and the cost of the camera and whatnot. So, in terms of actual startup costs for this type of industry, the barrier to entry is pretty fucking low.
Yeah.
You know,
it's ground floor.
Right.
Right.
There's positive and negative. To it.
Huge negative because anyone can get in, right? So.
A huge positive because now you.
Because anyone can get in. It's pretty much the positive is the negative too at the same time.
It is the negative, and it puts a lot of, like, it's just a lot out there now, and that's the thing I wanted to talk to you guys about, because the podcast situation is something that I feel like I need to be more consistent about, but like the amount of effort and time I put into the video content, I feel like when I have to put up a podcast, it's like once a month I'll decide to put up like 3 of my videos up on Apple Music, or 4 or 5.
You should just do it at the same time. Just get the audio.
You also have a different approach to the content you're putting out
Yes.
than the perspective we've taken so far. Which
So
is,
can I hear your guys' side?
well, I mean, establishing that your side is not quantity over quality for in a lot of ways, right?
Yes.
And you put out short form things, and it's just you want to hit a large audience and just kind of hit them in the face over and over and over again until they start noticing that you're there.
Yes.
I and we have been putting out like long form conversations. We don't put out anything short yet, right?
Okay.
So it's a definitely very different medium, and you probably from the start attract a smaller audience, I would say, or even like get it in front of a lot less people, but it's definitely like probably the quality over quantity approach in a lot of ways, I would say.
I just like podcasts because it's like a conversation.
Yeah, exactly. I like having a conversation with people. I like bringing people on and talking to them like this about what it is they're doing, and at the end of the day, when we talk about like you mentioned the goals of raising awareness for nursing, and you love nursing so much. Like I love talking to people about what it is they're trying to do, and people who are trying to not do the people who just aren't into the everyday grind of like a 9 to 5 and following the like correct steps through life of go to high school, get into a good college, after college you get a job, and like we all get stuck in that. I'm stuck in that, and I love talking to people who are trying to do something else that's different and breaking the mold a little bit.
Yes.
So like that's my underlying goal with this podcast is just get as many of those people on here, give them a platform to talk and speak and share their idea, and then like on the same token we're learning from them too.
Love
so
it.
yeah.
I love it. And I get to kind of cheat because I do the Everyday Hero show, and I purposely did not put a nursing title in that, the title, just so I could
so
have
you got
it.
an Everyday Hero show. What's Nurseflix? That's just
Nurse. That's the side extra stuff I do for fun. Like that's the stuff I call it Nurseflix. It's just me reviewing shows and stuff. That's for fun.
what's the last one you did?
Game of Thrones. Oh no, that's a lie. I did Black Panther.
Oh.
I did Black Panther.
I'm guessing you like that movie.
I love that movie.
It was a dope movie.
Great movie.
But my favorite video that you put out was one that you did when we were there at the tailgate, when you went around and asked everybody,
Oh yes.
does the size matter?
Yes.
That was I enjoyed watching that video a ton.
Just do that.
Well produced. No, your other videos are great too.
Yes.
And they're for a specific audience,
I'm being
right?
objective here. I like the dude, but that was your best video, and I feel like that's the video that can get popping. And
Fun fact, that's not my most viewed video. It's my 3rd most viewed video. My most viewed video, you can check this because this is statistically correct. My most viewed video is my top 5 nursing professions. But going back to that being a good video, I agree. Like I had a lot of fun doing that because I'm super outgoing. Like I love talking to random people and having those conversations. But that if I told myself I'm gonna do this, I'd be just chasing the views. I'd be chasing the star. I'm not. There's no reason behind it. It'd be me chasing something.
I like that you acknowledge that though. One, that you acknowledge that you're super outgoing, because that is what you have going for you in a lot of ways. Like
not much else.
no, that's not what I'm trying to say. I'm saying not too many people have the fucking social balls to get out there and just ask a bunch of different people at a place that, like, it was a tailgate for a school that you don't even go to, so you don't know any of these people. You're just running around with the camera asking the size matter, and they're giving you awesome responses just because of your energy and your presence, and that's the vast majority of people in life don't have that. So the fact that you know that you have that and you're taking advantage of it, that's huge. I call it the good vibrations effect because because it literally song matches. But dude, that song skyrocketed Marky Mark to the top, and it was just a goofy song where he just gets out there and just acts ridiculous, and it just made his career pop off, right? So that can happen. Is my point. That can happen. So the fact that you're taking advantage of it is cool. And the other thing is in terms of that video, which panders to a larger audience, versus your nursing-specific videos, I think you're targeting the nursing-specific videos correctly because, like you said, you're getting in all those groups on Facebook. You're trying to build an audience that only likes that, and that's the beauty of the internet in this industry, this business, because you can find those 5,000 people around the world who are super into your thing who would never have found you otherwise, but you can reach them with the internet, and that's like how you build the following.
Maybe you can sell like nursing scrubs with your fucking face on it.
Cue the nurse.
Merch.
I was actually contacted by a nursing scrub place Instagram page. They called like Scrub Fit or whatever, and they asked if I can wear their scrubs in my videos.
Really?
Yeah.
Were they gonna pay you?
No. They wanted me to buy their scrubs.
They were gonna. You should be like, yo, if you give me free scrubs, I'll wear them.
Yeah, no, I told them that, but like they want me to pay. No, they don't want to give it to me for free. They want me to buy the scrubs, wear them in my videos, and they would put my videos up on their. Fit.
Tell them to fuck off. What is this place called?
It's called Scrub Fit or Fit Scrub.
Oh, we're blasting Scrub Fit. Scrub Fit. You better pay my boy Q if you want him to wear your scrubs.
Exactly. I just said free scrubs.
It's about the money.
They have, I think, like 8,000. They're like a newer scrub company. They have like 8,000 followers.
Is there any relation to Truck Fit?
I have no idea. Probably
Lil
not.
Wayne scrub.
Absolutely not. That. Absolutely not.
They're just really good at prescribing lean.
But yeah, so things are popping off for me, and I'm really popping off in mine. Things are turning around for me, and I'm really happy.
They're picking up steam.
Exactly, picking up steam.
That's cool.
They're very much so.
Besides hitting 1,000 followers? What's one of the things you're most excited about right now?
I'm at 1.5 thousand subscribers on YouTube.
Props.
Yeah. That Scrub Fit thing was huge to me because no one's ever reached out to me to do any kind of business with me. I have.
Well, you didn't do business.
Business, whatever you want to call it. I have quite a few people. Like I'm always the one asking random people, and most of the time it's friends. Do you want to come on my show? Can I interview you? Can I have you on my show? I have like a good 4 or 5 people that have been like consistently asking me, "Can I come on? Can I come on?" Which makes me feel.
Yeah.
That makes me feel a lot.
Because it is a pain in the ass to bug people to try to come on.
Exactly.
I really don't like having to do that. Yes. And it feels good when the people actually want to come on and have something cool to share.
That's not my area of the business, so I've never had to worry about that. But
what is your area of the business?
I would like to say I can see and empathize with struggling to get guests because again, it's not my area of the business.
But you guys have a golf pro on.
Yeah.
I thought that. I didn't.
But yeah, he was our longest podcast in history, and what actually ended up happening is, we'll call it a strategy that we released it in 2 episodes, but really the file was just too big and it distorted the sound. We tried to release it all at once.
I originally wanted to split it up.
I know you did.
It just happened to work.
And that's something I also really like about podcasts because when you have a 2-hour podcast, it's not something I'm like holy shit because I can do things while I'm listening to my podcast. Yeah. Right, so that's why I also really
I like it because it's passive entertainment. So I like.
It's awesome.
Like I'm about to drive down to Jersey in a bit after this, and it's like I can just put 2 podcasts on, and by the time they're done, I'm in Jersey.
Yeah.
And then when I'm washing dishes, I can throw them on because we also fired a refugee maid. So.
Always one step in there.
Huh?
It can't just be a conversation.
No, we're having a conversation. But now I have to wash my own dishes and.
We had to have a conversation with her.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course. Well, good for you.
Not gonna ask me her name.
I'm not going to ask you your refugee maid's name that you had to fire.
All right.
I have no interest in knowing that lady's name, and I feel bad for her. We've been talking about my stuff all this entire time. So what's your guys' end goal?
Interview, but
I understand, but what's your end goal?
End goal?
Yeah.
I want to be less broke. and have more free time than I do now.
More free time.
Yeah.
That's broke.
You don't.
Buri has infinite free time. So I don't know how you could get more, but less broke would be great.
Less broke would be great. That's awesome.
Obviously, it would be dope to be paid to podcast, right?
Yeah, that's the end goal. It really is. For everybody, really. I mean,
Getting paid to talk would be ideal.
Yeah, anything that I get paid to talk. I would love to, also sprinkle in some comedy, entertainment work into that mix.
The end
too.
goal is fuck you money.
Yeah.
fuck
Yeah.
your money.
I just want to be able to.
I can pay you to fuck me.
You
can do that right
you
now.
Specifically.
Well,
I'm not just talking about women.
No, but don't you just want money where you can just I don't know. I just want to be able to say, Mom, Dad, we're going to Italy this weekend, and
Yes.
they don't have to think twice, and I'm taking them to Italy. That's the life I plan on living.
Shit, we can go to Italy. Some chloroform and some pasta. Let's take it right to Italy.
oh, jeez. Goodness.
That made me totally lose my train of
All right.
thought.
But no, so I mean, this is a patented Famcast podcast, TM. So we do have our recurring bits, not bits, but segments.
Mm-hmm.
We do have a come on fam for you guys, and we do have an all in or all set. So
Which one do you want to do first? I'll go with the all in or all set.
Let's flip a coin.
If you want to roll that,
Let's flip a coin.
flip a coin. What's what? Heads.
Heads is all in or all set.
Word.
Heads.
Word. All right. So sticking with the content creation YouTube channel. What's the overall goal here? Obviously, you've already mentioned you would love to become YouTube famous, right?
Yes.
So, first of all, who are some of your YouTube idols? I guess who are your YouTube role models besides Gary V?
Besides Gary Vee, the Young Turks, like I said before.
Yeah.
Joe Rogan is a podcast, but he's huge on YouTube.
Yeah.
I also, I love what Charlemagne the God is doing.
Oh, that's my dude.
I love that
Fan.
they have all of the clips of the Breakfast Club up on YouTube, plus the Brilliant Idiots. I love that he's doing that. I think there's not too much that I watch on YouTube, outside of that.
What's your take on Logan Paul?
Look, I don't see that's a thing.
I had no idea who he was.
Exactly. So the thing with me is I did maybe 5 or 6 vlogs, but that's just not my I'm just not interested in that. I don't care for what you're
My
doing.
name is Swartik Mayanja,
Yeah.
and I want you to make the most out of your day.
Yeah.
So what do you think about the idea that it's really the younger generation who's making up a huge portion of the YouTube audience,
Yes.
and that's how people like Logan Paul pop off, because he somehow grabs the attention of a lot of young people, very much younger than us,
Yes.
much younger than him, and he has this huge following. What do you think about that?
It just makes sense, because who has the most free time to watch YouTube, TV, all that stuff? Children, kids do. My little sisters, 5 and 9, 5 and 10, love they watch more YouTube than Netflix, TV, anything combined.
So
It's amazing, and they do watch a shit
God,
ton of
HBO.
vlogs. They love vlogs.
But you know what? I've actually been a huge fan of Will Smith. Has started a vlog and also started Instagram. Honestly, best Instagram account out there right now. And his videos, I haven't watched a lot of them, but it's pretty funny, and it's Will Smith. So
It's
I just think it's wild that Will Smith is started a YouTube channel and it's a vlogger now.
It's amazing. That's how you know YouTube is not going down.
Yeah, no, I agree. But so, keeping that in mind,
Yes.
in the younger audience, do you consider that when you're making your videos, that if you want to get the biggest audience, your best bet is to go after younger people as well, if not exclusively?
Wait, is this all set?
I'm getting there.
I've never yet. I don't have any content specifically for a younger audience, just because with nursing, you don't really know it. The youngest my audience can be, if I'm gonna focus on the nursing aspect, is probably high school, right? But mainly it's gonna be nursing students in college, and then nurses in real life, grown-ups. So no, the honest answer is no. I haven't any contact,
you don't
and I
try to
haven't even
convert
thought
young
about
kids?
that. I haven't even thought about that, but it is super smart.
Right. So here comes the all in or all set. Would you become a famous YouTube star? Would you be all in on that if the 99% of your audience was elementary school girls?
Oh Jesus!
But you were fucking famous. Like you were making money off YouTube. Dude,
Yeah,
you were one of those. You were one of those.
But famous to who? You're famous to elementary school girls? How does that...
But they end up being.
But you
human
got
beings, like,
those
they
elementary
grow
school
up.
girls
You don't
buy
know.
you $1 million house.
Yes.
No, I can't do it.
So you're all set already. Buri's already out
You're
with
all
no
set.
explanation.
If it's 99%, so the thing is, I'm a nurse, and I have a huge interest in having these ladies to grow up into one day being awesome nurses. I really badly want to say yes, but I don't know what kind of content that would make. Like, would
They
it
just
change?
really are into you. They're just into you.
That makes
They're like, oh my god, Q. Oh my god. They're
Mommy,
when you
that
walk
man
outside,
has a funny face.
when you walk down the street, they're like, oh my god. You can't like get from A to B without cheering fans.
You said middle school? Like elementary school is
Fine.
weird.
Elementary through middle.
Elementary through middle. Then I have to, because 98% of nurses are female. I have to say yes.
What if they called you the chocolate man?
Cue the chocolate nurse. Now we're getting racy.
That would get in a little hot water.
Not too hot. Can't be melted. But
No, yeah.
That's so fucking.
No, but would you do it? You're
think
buying
so. I'm
with
all in.
YouTube money. You're buying a dope house in a dope place.
I am all in. I am all about the attention. And like if I'm getting,
I love it.
if I
I
have
love
the
it.
attention, and hopefully I can spread that out. I'll say, tell your mom and dad about me. And hopefully they can watch sometime.
Tell
But
your mom that on the chocolate man.
the chocolate man.
We love the chocolate man. He tells us about nursing.
dude, I cannot wait for that horror movie.
Go fuck yourself.
I just have to say no because I know me, and there's no way I would be happy making content for kids.
See, that's the
I
thing.
barely
But
like kids as it
Only
is.
girls, or what about if your audience was middle school and elementary school
My main
boys?
problem is that they're kids. I don't care about gender. It could be.
Yeah.
It could be the transgender community. Transgender kids love me. It doesn't matter. I'm not gonna do it.
Here's
Not
the
gonna
thing.
do it.
I'm all out. Because
The fact that kids.
the whole
How long until you get
the whole
an
point
accusation?
for me of being famous is that like you get to hang out with your peers in the industry. And then who are your peers in the industry of being famous for kids? Like the Wiggles? Like I don't want to hang out with them, you know what I mean?
all those guys have accusations against them.
Oh.
Yeah.
Everyone
sure
that
they
works
do.
with like entertainment people.
Oh, jeez and Lord. Okay, but there's Logan, Logan Paul, right? And he's bad because he decided to point and make fun of a person who committed suicide, right?
Yeah.
Like that's what he got
The
in trouble
technical term
for.
is Kamsu.
Whatever the hell it is, that's what he got in trouble for. So, I don't know. I feel like there's a lot. I feel like, because what you said is a lot of these YouTube stars are huge because of this young generation.
Yeah, but that could be from teenage. That's usually teenagers. But my whole thing is like no one's ever said Buri does it for the kids because I don't. I don't do anything for the kids.
Okay.
I'm
No one
opposite.
ever said that about me. But
Yeah, sorry, does it for the kids. I can't be making content for kids.
Yeah, I'm all set.
It just makes no sense. I can't even think of what I would say. Like the shit, I could just picture me like doing a little sing-song dance and just being miserable.
So, like,
But what if you put out the same content you were always putting out, but like for whatever reason, kids were just like super into it?
We have to edit out every week a large section of one of my takes because they're just too
horrific,
disgusting for just normal adults.
No.
So what? In what universe are we doing
That
it?
is the parents' responsibility to make sure that the kids are not watching bad content. But I agree with you. I can agree with that, like that sentiment. I can agree with your point of view, but I'm all in.
Dude. What the fuck?
Alright.
This is what happens when you don't have the headphones on, because in my ear, I'm hearing dun 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 dun.
Alright, so we do have a Come On Fam this week. It's none other, I'm so happy.
This is segment part 2.
Okay.
I'm so happy. I've been waiting for this moment for a long time. Kevin Ollie has been fired, so he gets the Come On Fam of the week.
Buri literally sold his Kevin Ollie stock, I'm pretty sure 2 weeks into the season after they won the championship.
Yeah, I literally was like, this coach is dog shit. We need to fire him. Right after we won the championship.
Yeah.
I could just watch our offense and I was
So
like,
for
this
everyone
is
else in the world out there, who is Kevin?
Good point. Kevin Ollie's the UConn basketball coach.
And why is he fired?
His winning percentage since they won the championship 4 or 5 years,
Yeah.
5 years ago now, has literally plummeted. So, when's the last time they had a winning season? The year after they won the championship?
Yeah, something like that.
So tell me how did you know what told you the day after they won the championship?
I've just never seen him call a play.
It doesn't look like good basketball on the court. Like it's always like defense and then
Basically in isolation.
Stars.
Yeah.
We haven't had stars. We don't recruit stars anymore.
Yeah.
And our defense isn't that good anymore.
Is that his doing? Is that
yes?
Okay.
The college coach is supposed to recruit, and we down there paying him millions.
Oh
Well,
yeah.
we're still paying him. That's the thing.
No, he got the contract got canceled.
Oh, I
They
missed
said
that
he
part.
did like an illegal. UConn said he did an illegal recruitment or something like that, and they tore up the contract. So
Damn. So he
they don't
really
owe him-
took a hard L on
They
this
don't
one.
owe him $10 million anymore.
Damn.
I was actually surprised when you were telling me this prior to us starting about how much these coaches get paid.
Millions.
I think it's ridiculous. The fact that he's taking the L like this, I feel I'm a little torn hearing this because I didn't know what the story was. I thought he really did fuck up and do something actually bad. It sounds like UConn is finding some reason to
that's
tear
what
up
they're
the
doing.
contract.
They're finding a reason so that they don't have to pay him the $10 million.
I think that's
Because that
fucked up
already
on both
happened to them
parts.
with the football coach. They fired Then they fired Diaco, and they still owed him like a shit ton of money, and they had to pay him and the new coach that they're hiring. So UConn does this shit. Like, this is where our tuition money's going.
No, but everyone does this. Like,
Yeah,
this
I know.
happens everywhere.
But it's just dog shit. I don't
Yeah,
know.
so I think, yeah, sure, he's a shitty coach. Fire him, let him go, do whatever you have to do.
He's
But-
gonna get another job.
Yeah, sure, he's going to get another job, but the fact that UConn is doing it this way, like not paying him what the contract says,
Well, he did violate it. And what do you mean?
I'm only saying it like that because it sounds, and like it sounds like Tom's agreeing, it sounds like UConn's trying to find any nitty-gritty issue.
But if there is an issue and it's
There
a
is an
valid
issue, sure. If you're going to fire a coach, say you're not doing your job, you're not winning, we want to let you go. Deuces, right? Don't fucking do this. Don't start digging shit
Well,
up.
but they had to do it because otherwise they would have had to pay them the rest of his contract.
Yeah, well,
They're stuck in the
both
contract.
people signed they wrote the contract, he signed the contract, so that's what they should have done. I agree, he's a shitty coach.
Dude, there was
Fire him.
a point in time when he was like getting looked at to coach the Oklahoma City Thunder after they fired him. We just won the championship. They just fired their coach before they got Billy Donovan. They were looking at Kevin Ollie.
He's definitely not getting that job now.
Because Kevin Ollie played with Kevin Durant, I believe, way back.
Because
in the
they
day.
played basketball together. It's really like
On
that
the Seattle
simple.
Supersonics, and he just won the championship as a coach. So he had juice at that point in time.
Yeah, he has no juice now.
Nah,
He had
has no
Shabazz juice.
Yeah. Shabazz juice.
Lots of people had Shabazz juice when he was at UConn. The rumors go.
Oh, jeez. Wait, that's...
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. So you're taking the L. I like it. I'm loving it. It should happen. We should get a good coach. We should get Rick Pitino. Someone who knows how to cheat but win. I'm all for cheating and winning.
like Belichick.
Cheating and winning. We don't
The
know.
thing
if
with
he
Rick
cheated.
Pitino is this is not his first scandal. He gets caught. He cheats, he wins for like a couple years, then he gets caught, and then he goes somewhere else and cheats and wins.
Work. That's what I like to hear.
But
So
when's
you
the
want
last
him
time he
to come
actually
back
won a
and cheat and
championship?
win?
I don't
Cheat and win.
Where's Nick
Don't
Pitino
cheat
coach?
and lose. If you cheat and lose, I want to act like I don't know you. But if you cheat and win,
Where's Nick Pitino coached?
Rick.
Pitino. He actually
Rick
Louisville.
Pitino.
He was at PC and he went to Louisville and then
He was also coached the Celtics in the early 2000s, and probably got fired because he was one of the worst NBA coaches in human history.
yeah.
And this is the coach you want over there.
He's a good college coach. For some reason,
you want the cheater who's shitty at
he
coaching.
he pays kids, and I think he got caught. There was like prostitution at Louisville.
He's definitely mobbed up. I'm pretty sure he's mobbed up.
He's like mobbed up.
Yeah.
I'm also not saying Louisville, right? Louisville. That's like
they say it like
like it's like made for white people to say. I just can't say Louisville.
I don't know. We just lost all our fans in Louisville. So I think we're down to like only a few states remaining in the U.S. where people like us, and definitely only a few of the countries around the world because we got rid of a few of them.
You guys had someone in Russia, right?
No, it was
Amsterdam.
I don't know, something like that. But I hope they still listen to us now that we're exclusively.
We can make cuts. Stop listening to what's being asked now.
Where was I going? Oh yeah, but here's the thing. As soon as I left UConn, I lost any wisp of school spirit that I had while I was there. Immediately lost it all. I don't care about the sports there anymore. I can't wait for them
to start asking me for money because that's gonna get a hearty chuckle every time I get a letter.
Dude, it's I don't know. Do you have schools? Are you into school spirit? You seem like someone who would be prime school spirit candidate.
No, surprisingly, no. Like I'm very, very much into team spirit. When I'm part of a team, when I'm playing a sport, school spirit, not really. Like I was never hardcore, like wearing the school colors and rah.
What was Q like in high school?
Wearing team colors and rah.
I was raw. Like,
there's a lot of pictures of him, Letterman, wearing a lot of orange.
Sure, like I'll take.
You guys were orange. That was your colors.
Black and orange. Tigers. Tigers. I will take that, but I also played 3 sports, like a sport every season. So it was sports oriented all the time.
Mm-hmm.
I'm definitely not that big. Yeah, I feel it. I love it. I love my people, but no, not really.
What, like on Spirit Day, would he be like leading the charge?
No, but he'd be right next
to. He's actually the most rah team spirit.
Yeah, out of here. The audience knows me well enough to know you're lying immediately.
I picture Barry being like, rah, like not like rah, like, all right, rah. Just kind of just raining on everybody's parade. Yeah, shitting on everybody.
No, I don't know.
I was a cute little high schooler. Nice. Went under the radar.
False. Lies.
Lies. Just kept my head down and kept it moving.
That is not true. You were the loudest person in the hallway at any given time. At any given time.
Fun fact: we were not friends in high school.
We were.
Yeah, I think you told me that once. Why is
that?
that?
Like the end of senior year, right?
The beginning of senior year is when we started being friends for some reason.
Sophomore year, you had he ran for president. Sophomore year, junior year.
Damn.
He ran for president. The greatest poster advertising of a president running in high school I've ever seen. If you still have that picture, you have to send it to me. But it's a picture of him, half of his face, half of LeBron's face, and it was like great. Wait, what did it say?
I remember when they were doing those.
There can only be one.
There can only be one. It was the greatest thing. Like,
did you win?
No. I didn't even have a speech. I literally walked up there, and my speech to my class was, just vote for the guy that looks the most like Denzel Washington.
Literally, like, the best marketing up until the speech day. And at the speech, he was like, yeah.
Someone told me all this shit that you have to do, and I was just like, nah.
Yeah, it would have been, I think it would have been great.
But what would have been your presidency like? Like, what would you have implemented?
The question is, what the fuck can you do as a president in high school? Like, what can you do?
I think you just plan prom. Isn't that mostly it?
That has to be just it, because you can't do anything. The reunion was kind of nice.
I didn't go.
You were here. You had school or some shit, right? Oh no, it was Thanksgiving break. You were in California.
I was in Jersey.
I haven't even heard about if I have a 5-year reunion.
It would be next year for you.
Oh really?
2013?
Yeah.
Yeah. We were 2012, so that was this so it should be coming up this year.
Word. Yeah, not going.
But yeah.
Word. Q. What else?
Q was a loser in high school.
Q was a loser in high school.
A little bit.
I mean, that's probably a good thing.
No, but like the thing is,
I feel like it's not good to be like if you're popping in high school, not good signs for the future. I don't know anyone who was popping in high school who's really popping now.
Some motherfuckers are popping in high school, popping now, popping better than everyone else has ever been doing.
So like that's the thing.
Besides LeBron.
There's a lot of people at my high school that were popping. And like the thing is, the only connection I have to them is Instagram, and I know, everyone's always telling me it's like the highlight of their year. These pictures were taken like years ago, and they're just posting it now. But if you follow some of my people on Instagram that were popping in high school, holy fuck, they're living the life. They're living the life. I'm talking about like Paris on Tuesday, like fucking Timbuktu on Thursday, like back to fucking, I don't know. Yeah. They're back to Australia on like Friday night. It's like the greatest life. Popping bottles.
You're exaggerating, right?
Buri, am I exaggerating? Like some of these people are literally in a different country every other week.
What do they do?
I have no idea. That's the thing that we want.
I also unfollow them out of bitterness.
Bitterness
and pettiness is a great power. I've learned to harness it.
I think I'm like, that's the life I want to live. And
no,
it looks legit, though.
I mean, I guess you got to figure out what it is they're doing, huh? And like, there's a couple options. There's not that many. But what they could be doing.
Except have money, which you don't.
A lot of money. I mean, it just looks like.
Did they have money in high school? Were they like people that came from money?
The richest of the rich, yeah, of course. They
all
had
right.
money. They had money. But I don't know what they did. I don't know what they're doing right now.
But if you got money, I feel like if you got money, you have no motivation to make money. So,
it says, have fun first, and then, like, I would just rather take money now. Like, you can work hard, or you can just have it given to you. I'll take the given, and then I'll worry about how my feelings are because I didn't work for it later. Right? I mean, who would take you? The whole point is.
I mean, I'm just saying they better be giving it to you the whole time, or else you're gonna run out. It's not sustainable. You know?
I'm with Tom. It doesn't make sense to like if you know like I'm gonna have this money forever.
Yeah.
Like, then sure.
Yeah,
if I have like a $10,000 allowance every month for the rest of my life, Gucci, I'm going to Australia.
Word.
But if this is gonna happen until I turn 25, maybe I should think about it.
If you're making $10,000 a month until you turn 25 and you can't figure out how to make money, then you don't deserve it.
I understand that. I agree.
The point is that people out here making nothing. So I'll take the money.
Yeah.
It's not a negative.
It never is. I don't think having a lot of money. I think that the person.
Yeah.
It's all about the person.
Yeah, definitely all about the person. What would you do? Like, what's the first thing you're gonna do once you catch some money?
Once I catch some big money, I mean, I think I want to like.
Buy a boat.
Fuck no. I have no interest in boating. He was also a sailor in high school. It was kind of cool.
Well, yeah, anytime he tries to catch me with the, yo, you got some white privilege there. I go, yo, you sailed for 8 summers.
Exactly. He was sailing. High and mighty.
Tell him how much.
Nose in the air.
Tell him how much that camp cost.
I have no idea.
It was $1.
Oh, was it really?
Yeah, it was $1.
Oh, and he worked for the camp in the summer too. He had to work for them too.
I'm just saying.
Sailing is a very privileged sport to play. Yes.
Think of me like Tiger or Serena. I was trying to pave the way for all these new young.
I thought you said
I'm not.
You never do it for the kids though.
No, I'm not doing it for the kids. I'm doing it for me, but I'm paving the way. But I just happen to be paving while I'm doing.
No, I'm not hating. I'm saying if you sail, be a sailor.
I'm not a
sailor.
sailor.
Hate on me when I didn't get to sail.
Exactly.
You could have sailed. You just didn't want to.
If I got a lot of money, I think the number one thing is a house.
That's so just a house.
I feel like I have to, just like for family's sake. I feel like I have to.
Oh, you're buying your family a house.
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
Like I think family's sake, but like for me, big splurge.
What your family ever do for you?
Big splurge for me, I don't fucking know. Traveling is huge, so like I just spin the globe.
All I want to do.
Spin the globe, put my finger down. That's where I'm going.
Yeah.
Unless it's somewhere in the Middle East.
Or Timbuktu.
Middle East, some parts of the Middle East are popping. They're probably mad fun.
Syria's fucking killing it.
Okay, can you not?
Syria is killing it.
But do you ever think about what it is going to be that makes you that? Because I'm just one of those people that feels like, all right, someday I'll be a millionaire. Like I'm gonna make a bunch of money.
Yes.
I just don't know how yet. I have some ideas that might
do
it.
Save some money immediately.
But do you ever think about what it is going to be that makes you that first big paycheck? That first big paycheck?
Yeah, I definitely think it's going to be something with the content I'm creating. So if it's going to be that one video that gets 10 million views and then I get 1 million subscribers the next day, and then all of a sudden I'm making big money.
The only way you get 10
Congratulations.
million views is if you release a sex tape.
How does, when do you, like, do you have to get contacted by YouTube to make money off your videos, or do you put it into a pool that, like, will get selected? How does that work?
So YouTube just puts out ads on videos that are doing really well, right?
Do they contact you first, or they just do
just
it?
to make 10,000 views first.
You get.
I think.
You have to make you have to have a total of 10,000. Excuse me, total of 10,000 views before you are even looked at to put an ad on your video.
On all your videos combined, or any video?
And
Each video.
And all your videos combined, like total views of your channel, right?
Oh, you're at 10,000?
10,000 views.
Then they'll look at it.
Then they'll look at your channel and see what videos are doing really well, and if they'll put ads on it. But you have to be, your video would have to have over 100,000 views, or your total views will have to be over 1 million for you to be getting paid anything that is worth anything. The majority of YouTubers that are making humongous amounts of money, they're like, I don't want to say grandfathered in, but just by the new algorithm right now, if you want to just make YouTube videos and not have like merchandise you're selling, or not have like something else you're doing on the side, you're not going to be making millions.
So there's no negotiation? Because I'm pretty sure with podcasting, you can negotiate with individual sponsors.
Oh, yes.
And you can even reach out to them first.
But that's it's different because you're reaching out to advertisers yourself.
Yeah.
So you have to establish.
And they reach out to you once you're popular.
So you know, like how in
But that's what I'm saying. There's none of that in YouTube.
Because you're not reaching out for advertisers. YouTube has advertisers.
But you can't reach out to your
you
advertisers?
can't. So like, you know how there's Instagram influencers?
Yeah.
Yeah. So if a company reaches out to you, specifically you, and says, I want you to put my product in your video, then that's that one-to-one where you can make a lot more money. But when YouTube puts an ad in the beginning of your video, that's YouTube doing the business for you, and they just pay you a slice. They'll give you like, I think like 10 cents for every dollar. Some like 5 cents for every dollar, some shit like that.
Alright.
Yeah, so if you get your own influences, then you can make more money.
Plus, you could always just do like podcast style where you reach out to the
To whoever.
to the advertisers, and then do your own version of the ad speaking in the video, for example, and then like negotiate with them how much they're gonna pay you to do that.
And that's what a lot of people do in their videos when they're like, this video is sponsored by, and that's when they did it.
That's you gotta hustle, huh?
Of course, it's
Dude,
hard.
you gotta negotiate with that Scrubs. I'm not joking about that. If they're reaching out to you, don't let them slide on that. Take advantage of it. At least say, you can give me the free Scrubs and I'll wear them.
Yes.
And then once you hit a certain number of viewers on that, be like, listen, you're gonna have to start paying me to talk about these.
Yeah, and to wear them and have that logo shining bright in the camera.
If you need me to type out an angry email for you, I can
Yo, white people are dope and angry.
Yeah, I can be real persuasive / passive aggressive in an email.
In an email? Oh man, I'm worried about writing.
I've gotten a couple of those.
From who? Angry emails?
Do you
sent them
need
emails?
to be watching Geostorm right now?
Yo, because I would be at work getting emails from Comcast, our cable provider, that he's illegally torrenting movies while I'm at work. And they'd be emailing my work email, and I would just forward them to him and be like, why are you watching Geostorm? Do you need to watch Geostorm right now? I'm gonna go to jail because you're watching Geostorm.
It's a horrible fucking movie.
Yeah.
It's a horrible movie.
First off,